said what?
How could they do something like that?
Are you serious?
What a thirsty MFer.
Not good. She's absolutely dead to me.
That's because she died.
I'm Sterling Mulberry.
And I'm Blair Payton. And welcome to
Bad Behavior, a morally questionable podcast.
We're two unqualified friends,
Two unhinged comedians,
determined once and for all what is good
and what is bad.
Hello and welcome to Bad Behavior. I'm Blair Payton.
And I'm Sterling Mulberry.
Sterling, can you believe it is nearly Thanksgiving?
It is the day before. I was like, what is the phrase? I'm like, gobble, gobble, it's here.
Yeah, that is it. That is classically the phrase.
I'm hosting my first ever Thanksgiving in LA. This is my first time I've ever had Thanksgiving without my family. And so, Blair, I kind of wanted to get your hot takes. We're going to do a little game today that's going to be Marry, Fuck, Kill Thanksgiving edition. You can also throw in some items into the hat, but we're going to start off with turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce.
Ooh. So I love all of these. And I just saw an Instagram video, sidebar, about how you can put all of these on one sandwich and eat it. And it looks delicious.
Yeah, it's a classic Thanksgiving sandwich.
I've never done it. I'm a purist. Everything has to be, separate on the plate. And then I just eat one.
Really? You don't combine?
It's like an assembly line for my mouth. Okay, so turkey. Turkey is classic. That is someone I want to settle down with.
Oh, wow. You're marrying turkey.
Okay, this is my decision. My choice. Please respect that. Please respect.
This is actually really straight male of you to be marrying turkey. Okay. You're like protein.
Well, your body needs protein, okay?
Well,
I've been eating a lot of carbs lately. I think my body's getting ready for the holidays, so it's like all the carbs. Yeah. So I'm just like, you know what?
Winter.
Yeah, I need to get into that protein scene. So I'm going to marry turkey. I'm going to fuck dressing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I can't wait to undress that, if you know what I mean. With my wiener. And then I'll kill cranberry sauce because it's not like something like that would be like third place for me. So I'll kill it off. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do a marry, fuck, kill for me with different items?
I would love to. Okay. So Sterling, for you, marry, fuck, kill. Green beans.
Just plain.
Straight from a can.
From a can?
Hey, I didn't say the person cooking this was good.
I don't think, no offense, I've ever had canned green beans.
Oh, they're fine. You know what? If you put a little sugar in there and some food. No, I'm telling you, it's good. My grandmother used to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Green beans.
Yum. Okay.
Pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. This is easy.
Okay.
Marry mashed potatoes.
Wow, that's very straight woman of you.
It is. Yes. I would fuck pumpkin pie. Delicious.
Would you
Love
top
it.
or bottom?
Top.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Girl boss that pie.
Here's the thing. Pumpkin pie, if you're going to have sex with pumpkin pie, she's definitely the type of girl that's kind of relaxed. You know, she's ooey gooey. She's like, I've been in the fridge and I'm not going to move around much.
Right.
So
she's cold. She needs your body to warm up.
She probably wouldn't have much energy to top. So I think I'd have to take the reins.
Okay. And also you're experiencing a female pie. So that's
great. I don't know. Maybe pumpkin pie would turn me. Okay. And then even though that green bean dish sounded so good that you described, Blair, I've never had something like that, which is, again, green beans from a can with a little sugar on it. I think I unfortunately have to murder that one, even though that sounds so good.
I will say, you just don't sprinkle the sugar on. You let it cook in. It's not like coffee where you just put it on and eat it. Maybe that's a Southern thing. I don't know.
What do we think? Okay, so now that we've kind of gotten our toes wet in the dish game, what do we think has got to go for good?
Oof.
This is going to be the dish that will be receiving the 2023 Bad Behavior Award for Thanksgiving. Blair?
Oh boy.
Your time starts now.
Oh, so I have to, how long do I get? You didn't state this in the rules.
You have 30 seconds
to
go off.
Oh, Oh, okay. The one that I think is out for good. You know what? I think I'm going to make a lot of people mad with this one. I know. I'm just like on this kick of really giving intense hot takes. You know, first Kelly Clarkson, Queen of Christmas, and now I'm going to say...
Your time is really running out.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I like to build up the anticipation. I'm going to say pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay. Why?
I hate it. I don't like it.
Oh, wow. What an argument.
You know what I like? I like sweet potato pie. Yeah. And you know who has the best? Patti LaBelle makes a brand of sweet potato pies, and they're on sale at Walmart. I'm telling you, guys, fantastic. Get it? You're gonna thank me later.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Patti LaBelle is?
Is this a brand?
Okay, you might know her from the meme where she's like, "Where are my backup singers at?" You know that meme? No. You don't know Patti LaBelle?
No, I don't know any memes.
Okay, hold on.
Oh no. Our generational divide is showing.
Okay, so Patti LaBelle is a singer.
Why'd she make a sweet potato pie, though?
I don't know. She likes pie. I think she cooks. Well, clearly, her face is on the box, so of course she makes it. But Lady Marmalade, the original, that was her.
Lady Marmalade?
What'd I say?
Marmalade?
Well, I think I said it the French way.
Oh, okay.
But that's her. The original. Gitchy, gitchy, ya, ya, da, da.
Well, I didn't know that there was somebody that sang this other than that mean girl.
Wow, you've got to do your gay history. Yeah. Pumpkin pie. Get out of here.
Even though Blair has decided that he would like to wed this dish, I'm sorry, for me, she's absolutely out. She is out, and that is the dish of turkey. She's dry every single time. And hey, why we gotta kill so many turkeys?
Well, haven't you ever thought about moistening her?
To kill? No, we've moistened. Okay, she can only be so moist. Here's the thing: if this meat was good, we'd be eating it at other points of the year. Unless that meat is on a little turkey sandwich. No. And so this year, I will be cooking chicken, which is what I've been cooking the last 3 years. I make a whole chicken, my Allison Roman dish, Allison Roman chicken dish. Okay. It's gorgeous. And it's way more flavorful, so much better. And 'tis the season. I would say I'm not feeling. It was so funny this week. I was like talking to my friend, and I was like, I'm not excited about the holidays at all. I was like, I have no magic in my eye. I'm not excited at all. And like I'm going on this whole speech, and she was like,
"You get the right antidepressant, you can have all the magic you want." That's what I'm saying. She was like, you sound like the girl at the beginning of a Christmas movie who's like, I'm over the holidays and I don't believe in love. And I was like, that actually, I am giving that exact same speech. Yeah. So I'm hoping that the rest of my holiday movie will play out and I'll be in a European country on a sled soon. Well, I think the only thing you got to do to course correct to make sure this happens is fix turkey.
Is make turkey?
Yeah, fix the turkey because, you know, in those movies, they're not eating chicken. They're having turkey. So if you're going to follow the movie to the T, you need to make sure all the elements are correct.
Okay. That's good to remember.
Yeah.
Well, I know, Blair, I don't want to totally take us off the rails. I know you had kind of a little secret story to tell me that you haven't told me yet that you wanted my take on, but is this too weird of a pivot?
Oh, well, not so much my take on. Well, we haven't talked in a little bit since we last recorded. So about a week and a half ago, I was coming home from New Jersey. I was staying with Jimmy. He lives deep in Jersey. I'm talking, it's so Jersey, it's Delaware. It's like deep. And so I was getting on New Jersey Transit, and you know those seats that face each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wanted to sit there so I could put my feet up because it's like about an hour and 20 minutes back into the city. So I was crouching down to like get into that seat and relax, but I didn't crouch far enough, and I nailed my head on that bar that's right above where it holds your luggage. And I'm talking nailed it. So anyways, I think I might have gotten a minor concussion. So yeah, that's not great. So
that isn't good.
If I seem off kilter, I have brain damage.
He is. He actually is physically off kilter.
And to help with that, I am drinking.
This part is scary. This part I'm frightened by.
Well, so I was telling Sterling before the show, I was like, my body has been off for 2 weeks. And so Jimmy's mother is a nurse. And she was like, you probably got like a very minor concussion, because I've been off for 2 weeks and I've been having like waves of anxiety, and like my antidepressants aren't working. So I guess this is how alcoholism starts. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go and get
trigger warning.
Trigger warning. But like, I was like, I think what will help my anxiety is whiskey. So I bought some and I'm drinking it now. And boy, do I not feel anxious. So
yeah, Blair takes out a whole bottle and goes,
I'm not drinking the whole bottle. Okay, here's my thing.
He's like, I'm just going to make a little drink for myself. I was like,
well, can I clarify?
Is this a cry for help? Should I call
It's
someone?
not.
I'm 3,000 miles away. I can't
before
run
the
fast.
recording, I had tuna. So it's Screwball whiskey. It's peanut butter flavored.
This is scary. This is so scary.
I mix it with Diet Dr. Pepper because it tastes like peanut butter and jelly. But this bottle makes 2 drinks, because I don't like to open a bottle and then put it in the fridge. Like, I don't like to do that. I don't like it sitting there. I like to finish I like to finish what I start. So this makes 2 glasses. So I'm on glass number 1. I'm going to have one more because, I like even numbers. So.
Okay, well, this is good. I'm glad.
Well, what are your thoughts?
I don't like this. I don't know about this. I don't know.
I will be fine.
I mean, I will say, I was going through my little anxiety spiral in September, and I did take CBD gummies, but those are CBD gummies. That does nothing. But I know that I also lost my mind a little bit, so I can't be. And I didn't even have a concussion. I just had a crush.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but I wanted to talk about this, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to put it on the episode, but maybe I'll be brave enough.
Okay.
Everyone knows that I had a little incident with a DJ, right? And I'm scrolling TikTok, okay?
Oh, no.
His video pops up on my feed, okay? I'm singing.
Yeah.
And his new song he just released. I won't say the name. Not about me. Don't worry.
Okay, that's
I wish.
Okay.
The main lyric is, I don't want to be your boyfriend. He just says that over and over. I'm like, God is so funny. I was like, okay, no, I got it.
Wow.
And I was like, TikTok, could you not do that to me? And also, here's the thing. I wasn't interested in that either. It's moving a little fast.
How's this alcohol looking now, Sturls? How's it looking now? Huh?
Anyways, you guys, on a much more exciting note, we have some news. We're going to start. Should we start with the sad news first and the happy news second? Should we do what should we do?
I say get the bad news over with.
As Blair opens liquor. Okay. So
I gotta finish the rest of my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay. So you guys, this is, I know you guys are crying, our second to last episode of the season. Season 1 of Bad Behavior is coming to an end, but don't cry so much yet. Season 2 is going to be coming back in January. We are just taking a little time off for the holidays, regrouping. Blair is going to take 1 single second off from literally editing, which she has been doing all year long. So we're taking a little break, but we will be back for season 2 in January. So that is the bad news. But the good news is this. You're going to say, okay, it's January. I'm depressed. We don't have a new episode. But you guys, we are back for another live show in New York City. That's right. We are going to have another show at Littlefield Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Can you even believe that's going to be the number of the year? So come on out to Brooklyn, Littlefield. We have an incredible lineup of comedians. We have, say it with me, Blair, George Severus from the podcast, Emmy Blotnick, Julia Shiplett.
It's so hard to say it together.
And one more mystery guest. So get your tickets now. The link will be in our episode description and on Bad Behavior NYC Instagram, as well as our personal Instagrams. And we're so excited to see you guys there.
We all know a guy who only occasionally shaves for big occasions, and it's because that occasional shave really hurts. It's the time of year for big occasions, and yet there he is, suffering with that cheap drugstore razor. Let's help him out. Henson Shaving's line of razors, built with aerospace precision, deliver a smooth shave your dad, brother, and even son can enjoy, eventually. With replacement blades just 10 cents each, you'll buy it once and they'll use it for life. How's that for the perfect gift? Celebrate with 100 free blades on your first purchase, and no subscription headaches. HensonShaving.com/holiday.
Don't forget that your skin is your largest organ, and the sun can be your skin's worst enemy. Dermatologist recommended Neutrogena products offer the ultimate protection for your skin. From makeup remover wipes to Hydro Boost Water Gel Facial Moisturizer, BJ's has your entire lineup of Neutrogena skincare products. And now through December 3rd, save $4 on any Neutrogena product at BJ's. Love your skin back and save now through December 3rd, only at BJ's.
It has now come to the time. We have some callers. We are so excited you guys called in. And we're going to be going through today some more listener conundrums and deeming them good or bad. And depending if these listeners need to be rewarded or punished, Blair and I have again written some punishments and rewards that we are going to be making the other person read, which we have not seen, to pretty much humiliate each other. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Mine today are pretty, I almost want to say, even when I was writing them, I was like, I think I'm being too mean. So, and we can't be so mean.
I know. I have brain damage, Sterling.
I know.
I'm in a Cincy place. Yeah.
I didn't know that before we started.
So if you need to make some edits while I play this call, feel free. Okay. So this is our first caller.
So I sometimes host music bingo on Thursday nights, and I got really hammered, and I called in sick to work the next day and used my daughter as the excuse, stating she had COVID. Is this morally bad?
Okay, first of all, her maniacal laugh sounded very devious. There's nothing better than a drunk performer. Can I get an amen?
Okay, so we have a bingo host on our hands, which is already good behavior in my book. Love that. Very fun.
Wow. Okay. Big bingo fan, I see.
I just played the other week. I was like, this is fun. This is fun.
Okay. Was it at a church hall? Where was it at?
No, my friends, we played it on our little weekend getaway. My friend has a bingo thing, like a bingo wheel.
Living a crazy life. Okay.
Yeah. I almost wish, here's my worry. And my worry is maybe your kid, you say my kid has COVID, okay?
Yeah.
And then it's like the town's going to come out, right? People are going to be knocking on the door bringing casseroles. People are going to be like, how's she doing?
Because it's a movie in the 50s. Yeah, I got those casseroles coming. For the COVID
casseroles. Well, casseroles are now on my mind.
Sure.
But I think my worry is it was almost like too severe of an excuse that people might really like overdo it. And then all of a sudden, like, you have casseroles in your home. You know, it's like someone else might have needed that casserole, actually.
Sure,
you know?
sure, yeah.
But that's coming to your home, even though you don't even have a real disease in the home.
Right.
So I'm almost like, I don't know if I love COVID as the excuse.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a serious bout of it, you know?
Yeah, COVID is the worst. And it's been running literally through my boyfriend's family for the past month, because now his mom has it. So everyone's getting COVID. So COVID is scary. I do not like it. I do not approve. I don't like that.
Maybe a COVID exposure could have been okay. Like, we had a COVID exposure.
That's a little more innocuous, but like say that.
Because then it's like no one's going to be bringing a casserole for an exposure because you might not have it yet.
But also, too, it's one of those things where I don't like to say something that severe. Like, if my grandmother was still alive, I wouldn't be like, oh, my grandmother just died. I can't come to work. Like, I don't want to use
that. Well, that would be really severe.
That would be severe, but I wouldn't want to use that thinking, oh, what if I like put that karma or that curse out into the universe, because I'm crazy, and think, oh, my words are going to kill my grandmother. But I think the ultimate bad behavior, she was drunk while hosting bingo. Because those people
That's serious.
That's serious because people are out there to play, and sometimes people play for money. And if she's slurring and says the wrong number, and if it's crowded and you don't hear it, you're putting people's maybe livelihood at risk.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the bad behavior here is obviously saying your kid has COVID, because if they get it, that sucks. But hosting while drunk, it's bad form, mama.
Bad form, mama.
Yeah. It is
You
bad.
heard it here.
Yeah.
I mean, we love that you host bingo. And I also I love that you could really let loose. Because here's the thing. Moms do need to let loose. Yeah. Imagine having a kid. What a nightmare.
I can't.
You'd need to let loose a little bit. And so, I don't know. I think I want to be more lenient because I don't know what was going on with her that day. You know, look at you. You're kind of drinking on the job right now.
True.
And so maybe she was
in
I
have brain damage.
She could have as well. We don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't mention,
Let me put this nugget in your head. As a performer and also a host, would you ever get so drunk while hosting that you got hammered?
Well, if you know one thing about me, Blair, I never drink when I perform, ever. Blair will have one drink and I'll literally be like, I'll be the dare program at him being like, it's just going to be the one, right? Okay, because we have to perform. Blair's like, yeah, I'm literally fine. I'm like, okay, but I'm going to need you tip-top shape on stage.
But to defend that, you respect the craft, Sterling.
I do.
And
but
she wasn't she
being
got
a bingo host is the same as performing?
Hey,
the ultimate question.
Hosting in front of an audience is hosting. You still got to keep them entertained. You got to get those numbers. What is it? Kind of like a bad behavior show? It's all the same, baby. And she had a gig booked.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, and the livelihoods of the town if she was slurring. Okay, all right, you've convinced me. So, listener, I'm so sorry to do this. You have been officially deemed bad behavior. And that means that we have a punishment for you today, which unfortunately is a punishment for me today that Blair will be sending. I have not read this punishment at all, but I will be reading aloud in real time.
This punishment actually kind of works in conjunction with the story because it's all about performance, okay? Hosting, acting, stand-up. It's all in the same genre, if you will, because you're still performing a craft. So,
yes. Okay, perfect.
Right now, I would like you to read this in the style of which it says.
My parents listen to this podcast.
Mr. and Mrs. Mulberry, I am so sorry on her behalf.
Okay, I'm changing the script a little to make it more PG. Thank you, Blair. Okay. Ooh, do me. Okay, this is in the style of Samantha Jones because that's all that Blair will ever do to me. Okay. Ooh, do me bad once, shame on you. Do me bad twice, shame on me.
Now, because you did alter the original script, which I gotta say, as a writer, you should know this. Writers don't like that when the actor changes the script. So I will say that does give me liberty to change some of your reward.
Well, let me tell you this. Mine aren't that bad.
You literally said they were, and then you felt bad.
Well,
okay.
I honestly can't remember. I can't remember.
Well.
All right. We have our next listener conundrum, which I am going to be reading.
This was sent via textual transmission.
So this was when I was a senior in college, 2015/2016 for context. A group of my friends and I had just binged season after season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians while high, and it put us in a real pranking mood. So we decided to do some prank calls and decided to call one of our friends.
Hold on.
And decided to call...
Keeping Up with the Kardashians put them in a pranking mood?
I don't know.
I just want to make sure I heard that.
Okay. We decided to do some prank calls and decided to call one of our friends, high school friends, who I had never met before.
Okay.
So I called him, and of course he didn't pick up, so left a message saying that I was a doctor at his school, and there was a chlamydia outbreak, and someone who had tested positive had listed him as someone they had recently slept with. Not great, ... But it was 2015, ... Anyways, turns out there was actually a chlamydia outbreak at his college. So when he got the message, he totally freaked out, told his parents, and was planning to go and get tested when we came clean that it was a prank phone call.
Well, I gotta say, this is a little triggering for me.
Really? You got chlamydia? In 2015?
Well, a couple of years ago, A couple of years ago. Good God, it was a decade ago, actually. I was living.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was living in Virginia, and I had a Virginia agent.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me an acting notice. And there was this audition for the TV show called Turn. It was on AMC. Do you remember it?
No.
It was a period piece. I think it took place during like the Revolutionary War. I'm not really sure. So anyways, it was like a one-liner. And I had to be British. And the audition, so I lived in Roanoke, and the audition was in Charlottesville. So it's about a 2-hour drive. And so I made my friend Tony and Roxy, both British, ride with me there. I was like, we'll make a day trip of it, and you guys can teach me how to speak with a British accent because they're originally from England.
Tony's originally from England?
I know. He lost his accent.
What? That is a real plot twist.
You didn't know that? Going. Yeah, he's from Chorley. So in the car, I had one line, and the line was, "Nice night for a sail, Woodhull." That's the line.
What?
Spoiler alert, I didn't get it, but...
Wait, nice night for a sail, Woodhull?
Woodhull. It was the character's name. It's in the pilot episode.
Nice night for a sail, Woodhull.
Which, okay, let me
That was good, Blair. I could barely understand, so it means you did it right.
Okay. But, like, can I just say, I went back and watched the pilot episode on Netflix, and you couldn't even see the guy saying it. They could have hired me and just overdubbed it, but whatever. So I'm in the car, and I get a call. And I didn't recognize the number, but I answered it, and I was like, hello. And it was the most cheery, happy woman. And she was like, hi, I'm calling with the, what do you call it? With the sex play? What do you call Board of Health?
Planned Parenthood?
No, it was like Board of Health or something. I don't know. She was like, hi, I was just calling to let you know that someone you hooked up with has contracted syphilis, and we'd like for you to come in for a test. And I was like,
wow, syphilis.
Right. And so I was like, this is a joke, right? And she was like, I most certainly am not joking. Okay, would you like to come in? And I had it on speakerphone. And so I looked at Tony and was like, what happens when you have syphilis? And then he was like, well, back in the day, they took a hammer to your ding dong to get it out. And I was like, what? Turns out I didn't have it, but it was very scary at the time.
So anyways, okay, so this prank call's gotten you in a tizzy. Okay.
It's
that was
triggering
like a loop.
Because it was scary. It was scary. It's scary to get that call.
Okay. I'm thinking this is 2015. You're in college. You're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians High, which puts you in the mood for prank calling. Classic tale.
Sure.
So you call about a chlamydia outbreak.
Boy, that's some real A to Z shit right there.
I don't know. I guess I find this so funny, and that's bad. And I also say this, okay, literally congrats. If this guy literally was like freaking out, that means he probably was like having sex with a lot of people. So like that's obviously really cool for him.
Not necessarily.
I guess, I mean, obviously if someone did that to me, I obviously would be devastated.
Yeah, it's
chlamydia
scary.
Is one. I think chlamydia, I've never really encountered that girl, but I think that's an easy one to kind of resolve. I don't know. I just kind of think it's like fun and silly, and then you did kind of did tell them eventually. Mm-hmm. Also, like, how good was your prank call that he didn't figure out you guys were fucking high doing a prank call? Like, no offense, there's just no way like college kids probably sound like an official doctor.
Now that I think about it, this is also triggering, the fact that they were able to pull this off when I didn't even get my audition for the TV show Turn, when I was nailing that British accent. And here they were high, pretending to be some health official, and they pulled it off.
They pulled it out, yeah.
Okay, I'm saying bad behavior because I'm mad, because they nailed the acting gig. And two, they were watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians incorrectly. I have never watched that show and was like, oh, you know what? I want to punk someone now. That I have never. So they're not watching TV correctly. So I'm saying bad behavior for those reasons.
Okay, I am going good behavior because I say this, we need a little fun in this lifetime. A prank call is so fun, which I famously did a few weeks ago. And I really was like, we need to bring back the art. 2, he didn't have it. And that was a little coincidence that there was an outbreak at his college. You didn't know that. If you had known that there was an outbreak, I'm sure you would have picked a different disease or maybe not even gone down that route. Like that was something that was out of your control. So like, I kind of take that off the plate. And again, as he started to freak out, you came clean. And so I think no harm was done. You guys had a little fun. I'm sure he had a little giggle and he was like, yeah, LOL, I did have sex. And Angie got to bond with his mom a little bit on the phone. That sounds like fun. So I'm going good behavior.
That's a good point, because I got to take myself out of this scenario, as triggering as it is, because
I know it feels like the issue's too close to home.
It's too close to home, and if I step out of myself and realize that this is ultimately the story about a bonding moment between a son and his mom, and that is something money cannot buy, and I am gonna say good behavior. You changed me.
Wow.
You changed me.
Wow. Okay, listener, this is huge.
Mm-hmm.
You have been officially deemed good behavior. Ooh, which one do I do? Okay.
Now, to refresh your drink, you did edit mine, so that does give me license to do editing however I see fit. Okay. Well, first of all, let me just say right off the bat, I never say golly gee in my life.
Okay, don't be a little fart. Just go. Come on.
Golly gee, that behavior was better than anything I could have ever envisioned. And I like to envision. I'm actually known for making an annual vision board. And this year, folks, I've achieved a lot on my board. There's only one thing I didn't quite get, and that's a check for $30,000 for being a series regular on a hit TV show. If not for those dang strikes, now that it's over, I'm going to come out and say it. I was against the strikes the whole time. Big anti-union guy over here.
Wow, Blair, you're anti-union.
I tell you, I'm full of hot takes today. So, yeah.
That wasn't that mean, was it?
I mean, you do know I wrote a television pilot that famously had an agent on it for a month and a half and then dropped.
That was last year.
I know, and nothing's happened since then. And then those damn strikes. So I'm really struggling here. And just disclaimer, I'm pro strike. So strike away, guys. Let's cut the confusion.
Blair's not pro union, he's pro strike.
No, I'm pro union. I just want to make that clear so no one pulls a soundbite saying like I'm for the union. And if you need to strike, do it.
Strike.
Get your money. I'm drunk.
He's drunk.
We all know a guy who only occasionally shaves for big occasions, and it's because that occasional shave really hurts. It's the time of year for big occasions, and yet there he is, suffering with that cheap drugstore razor. Let's help him out. Henson Shaving's line of razors, built with aerospace precision, deliver a smooth shave your dad, brother, and even son can enjoy, eventually. With replacement blades just 10 cents each, you'll buy it once, and they'll use it for life. How's that for the perfect gift? Celebrate with 100 free blades on your first purchase, and no subscription headaches. HensonShaving.com/holiday.
Don't forget that your skin is your largest organ, and the sun can be your skin's worst enemy. Dermatologist recommended Neutrogena products offer the ultimate protection for your skin. From makeup remover wipes to Hydro Boost Water Gel Facial Moisturizer, BJ's has your entire lineup of Neutrogena skincare products. And now through December 3rd, save $4 on any Neutrogena product at BJ's. Love your skin back and save now through December 3rd, only at BJ's.
All right, we have one last caller.
Hi guys, this is Rachel from Roanoke, and this happened a few years ago, but I had a cat that meant the world to me. She was beloved. Her name was Taka. And I had a party at my apartment, and this man came over that I barely knew, and he proceeded to stick his middle finger up at Taka. And I threw him out of my house. I was like, you can go ahead and get out. And I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that. I don't tolerate anyone disrespecting my cats.
Okay. So, Sterling, thoughts on kitties?
Thoughts on kitties?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you like them? Are you pro? Con?
Well, I've really taken a turn this last year, and I could really care less about cats, and I love my dog. I love dogs.
Okay, so Sterling comes out against cats. Got it.
Oh, I'm actually fine with cats. I'm fine with cats. I like the cats. But what I really don't like is an angry man. An angry, strange man in my home, that's going to be a no for me.
Yeah.
That's going to be a no for me. One, you guys should know, I'm guessing this man, no offense, he sounds straight. And that is weird behavior. And I think if you're kind of a man in someone's home that you barely know and you're straight, you should be on your best behavior and not be scary. and kind of doing the middle finger at a cat. Huh?
That's weird. Like, all I'm picturing...
Like, what?
I just picture a guy being completely quiet, going...
yeah, completely quiet.
Like, gritting his teeth, and he's just doing it to the cat.
Like, if he was, like, pissed at this cat, maybe, like, a cat allergy, like, he could just leave. Like, she didn't say anything about the cat's behavior if it was, like, clawing him or something.
Yeah.
But even so, if you're, like, pissed at a cat, like, they don't know what the middle finger means. You know, it's like, that's kind of a weird thing to be doing. You could maybe get, like, a little spray gun and be like, get away from me. But even so, like, you shouldn't have a stranger doing that in your home. But it seems a little brash that you didn't, like, approach him to be like, what's going on with you and my cat? Like, why are you doing the middle finger? But I say this, you should be in your own home. There's certain boundaries, and you're hosting a party. You didn't probably have time to do like counseling between this man and the cat. Like, what is that even called? Like
counseling.
Like, what is it?
Peer mediation.
Peer mediation between you and the cat, him and the cat. So I think yes, I think it's fine. You can kick a stranger out of your home. You didn't know this guy anything. That's also maybe he kind of stumbled into your home. Maybe, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Seems scary. Definitely stand up for your cat, even though I could. Yeah. So I'm gonna say good behavior.
Okay, let's use your Thanksgiving party as a situation. So let's say one of your friends brings over someone that you barely know. Like, you probably met him once, maybe at bingo. Okay. And he is just not having it with your dog. Your dog has taken up the couch. He wants to sit down. So he's just like, oh. What do you do? How do you handle it?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, let me say this. My roommate would throw that man out of the home before I could. My roommate would say, don't you dare. Don't you dare do that to our dog. Our dog was on death's door earlier this summer. Okay. So no one can be doing anything towards our dog. Our dog is also the size is 11 pounds. And we have a huge couch. And also the dog's not going to be on the couch at the Thanksgiving.
Well, so you would throw them out without having the peer mediation?
I wouldn't do peer mediation with my dog because I think she's an old dog, and I think old dog, no new tricks. I don't know. Like, her personality's not changing, and she also has an amazing personality. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like men. That's true. She doesn't really like kind of men in our home, which I agree with. But so she could be a little more like, but when she does that towards like, if a man's been in my home and she's kind of not interested in that, like, she mostly just wants me to take her outside. Like, that's how she reacts. She's not like, she's not biting. Anyways, I would kick this man out of my house too. I would say, what the heck? Thanksgiving? Yeah. I'm sorry, you're not acting very grateful.
Yeah, I just made you chicken, okay?
I made you chicken, not turkey. And I would say, if you can't get along with my dog, you can't get along with me.
Yeah, you know, I believe in having a voice for the voiceless. And cats, I don't know if you know this, but they don't have voices. So I think it's important.
They have little meows.
Yeah, but like sometimes those meows, it's like aloha. It can mean hello and goodbye, you know?
That's true.
So I do think it's great that she stood up for her cat, Paka. My only problem is this is only one side of the story, okay? Because like, let's real talk. Cats sometimes can be a little moody, okay? And sometimes you go over and you're like, hey, I want to pet your head. And then they're like, no, I want to draw blood from your arm.
Yeah.
So I want to know what happened up to that. So I think it's hard to be a fair attorney at law when I don't have the other side of the story.
The bar just yet.
I haven't passed the bar. I'm currently swimming in it. So yeah, that's my only hesitation because like, what did the cat do? You know?
I know, but here's the thing I want to bring up. She said my old cat, something like that. In a way, it assumes the cat has passed. Don't you think?
Oh yeah. So the cat has. So that's true.
So like speaking ill of the dead is kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Tough.
And that's one thing that like the Bible really frowns on, not to get super religious, but if there's one thing I think my dad taught me I was probably asleep, but I think you can't talk bad about dead people. I'm pretty sure. And most of the people in the Bible are pretty dead.
But definitely not bad about cats that have passed. And cats that maybe are named Paka.
Can I just tell you one quick thing? When my cat passed away, I was devastated, okay? And my grandmother, who was super religious, felt that was the point to tell me. She was like, animals don't go to heaven. That hurt my feelings.
That's mean. Don't say that.
But where do they go? Did they just float into the ether? They gotta go somewhere.
There's a movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven, so have your grandma watch that one.
Well, she's dead now.
Well,
if she got into heaven and there's my cat, she's got to come back.
Oh my God, she'd be so embarrassed.
She's got to visit me as a ghost and be like, listen, I was wrong. I am sorry. She is here. But then I'll be also mad.
It's actually only me in heaven and cats.
But then I'll be mad because my cat has not visited me since she passed. And I wanted her to visit me and she hasn't. So if she's up there with my grandma, I'm going to be pissed.
But so what are you kind of deciding?
Oh boy, it's a really it's a tough case, and having to litigate against a male, probably straight, kind of sucky and mean to a cat. I don't love that, but also not knowing if the cat provoked him. But you know what? There was love in that voicemail. I heard it with her voice. Yeah. This is probably someone who's still reeling from the loss of her cat, and honestly, same. Still miss my cat. She hasn't visited me as a ghost. I don't mean to keep bringing that up, but I would like to see her again.
Harping on it. Okay.
So, if anything, I'm going to say it's good behavior, and I hope she visits you as a ghost.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so listener, you have been deemed good behavior, which means that Blair has an amazing reward to read out loud to you.
I hope I can handle it since I have brain damage. And aggressive anxiety.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy to have you read this one.
Listener, that was some incredible behavior. You seem really cool. Really, really cool. And if I'm honest, cooler than me. That's right. I've had some days that I wasn't the coolest. Like earlier this year, I told Sterling I'd meet her at the studios at 10:30 a.m. And she gets here at 10:30 and I'm actually at home. Okay. This is not fair because this was rough. She gets here at 10:30 and I'm actually still at home because I actually left my apartment, almost shit my pants, so I had to run back home to do that and change. And so I was very late to our recording, which Sterling was very cool about and really never mentions. Can I just say that was a rough morning for me. We were actually getting our pictures taken for the cover art, and I was so ready because I'm always early. And then something happened where it was like my body was like, "Hey, let's get rid of some stuff." And trying to track down a bathroom in New York City is a nightmare.
It was really hard.
And then I went to a Starbucks. The bathroom was open, but there was no toilet paper.
And you were like, I'm gonna need toilet paper for this job.
It was funny. I was already halfway on my trip. Then I had to get off the train because I was like, I'm not gonna make it to the office. And then I got off, and then I was just trying to find a place that was open. So I pretty much almost walked my way back to my apartment. I was like 4 blocks away, went to the bathroom. They didn't have toilet paper, so I had to pull up my pants and waddle home. That's triggering. I'm being triggered. I have brain damage, anxiety.
I know. I went dirty on you this time.
This is not happy Thanksgiving to me. I have so much to be thankful for.
We really do have so much to be thankful for. I'm so thankful for you, Blair, and I'm so thankful for our little pod. And listeners, we're so thankful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for calling in and being vulnerable with us and telling us some of the worst things you've ever done. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we will be back next week for an amazing season finale episode. And again, back in January. So don't be too sad. And make sure to get your tickets for our show at Littlefield January 4th, 2024.
At Littlefield.
At Littlefield. Woohoo! All right. Love you, boo.
We love you. And you too. And happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving.
And if you're listening to this after Thanksgiving, happy holidays.
And that's our show. Thanks so much for listening today.
We absolutely hate to do this. We hate it.
But it would mean the world to us if you can subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts, rate and review.
Follow us at Bad Behavior NYC on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks again for listening.
And remember, whatever your moral status, we are always here to judge.
Bye.
Do you think that was good?
We all know a guy who only occasionally shaves for big occasions, and it's because that occasional shave really hurts. It's the time of year for big occasions, and yet there he is, suffering with that cheap drugstore razor. Let's help him out. Henson Shaving's line of razors, built with aerospace precision, deliver a smooth shave your dad, brother, and even son can enjoy, eventually. With replacement blades just 10 cents each, you'll buy it once and they'll use it for life. How's that for the perfect gift? Celebrate with 100 free blades on your first purchase, and no subscription headaches. HensonShaving.com/holiday.
Don't forget that your skin is your largest organ, and the sun can be your skin's worst enemy. Dermatologist-recommended Neutrogena products offer the ultimate protection for your skin. From makeup remover wipes to Hydro Boost Water Gel Facial Moisturizer, BJ's has your entire lineup of Neutrogena skincare products. And now through December 3rd, save $4 on any Neutrogena product at BJ's. Love your skin back and save now through December 3rd, only at BJ's.